This episode, I guess, we don't really know what it's digital. I mean, we want to talk about the new age, but I'm in a space mood. I think we're going to talk about digital new age space invention. But before we get there, is this episode 10?
I think. Yes. Fuck, that's a milestone.
Yeah. You know, I think they're good. They're funny. So I don't care, man. 10's fucking sweet. And it's been fun.
This has been lots of fun during this COVID time.
Lots of laughing.
Yeah.
A lot of people can't take 10 steps outside. Mullins can't get 10 steps into his TV stand instruction, but we got 10 episodes. So, you know.
Which you can find digitally online at the click of a button.
I hope people are watching.
Can you? It's just on YouTube, right?
That's right. It's out there. It's on.
Like, this is the thing. Like, people don't realize that we've been sued several times. We're like, this is just a set. It's like a cardboard back here. It's not even real. I don't even live in a fucking house. You seen the shack I was living in last fucking week?
Yeah. All right.
It's just same with you guys. We're all living in fucking filth over here, because we're not getting those views.
That's leading you, Dr. Adam Montgomery Hawks, to leave the city. You're going into the bush next week. Is this anything to do with COVID? Are you trying to hide? Are you getting away from it all?
Yes, that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm saying fuck the world for 3 days.
Wait.
And we're going to see. I'm going to check in. We're going to see what happens to me. I'm just going to go to the bush for a few days. And we'll see how I react.
Are you taking any materials in there with you? Any supplies?
Yeah, a couple of cans of stag chili and a couple of machetes.
And a Sega Genesis?
Oh yeah, always a Sega Genesis. Nice. Right into the bush.
Speaking of, you're actually going to the bush?
Oh yeah, I'm going deep into the bush next weekend.
Like to your cabin or actual bush?
Bush, cabin, nice. And bush.
Both.
Yeah.
Do you still have the Xbox games I gave you?
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, there's some goodies in there.
That's some good digital fucking fun.
Fuck yeah.
Digital fun is awesome, man. Video games are fun.
Imagine trying to say, like, to someone in 1855, go back to, like, Red Dead Redemption time, and you pull over a cowboy, and you're like, hey, come here. They're like, oh, what's going on? You're like, you might not believe me, but in the future, you and 3 of your buddies could be in all different parts of the city, and you'll talk to each other. There'll be this thing that records you, and you'll all be able to talk to each other through a screen and a microphone from all parts of the cities. You're not even close to each other. It'd be instantaneous. If you told that to someone in like 1855, 1905, even when Grandma was born, 1928, I think they would think you're full of shit. They might be like, oh, I guess.
Or but you're a witch or something.
This is magic. It's actually magic what makes this happen.
1800s, they think you're a witch or a warlock for sure.
Yeah. You fucking get drowned or hung or
burned at the stake.
As always, I mean, people want to reach out to us. They want to tell us about the new lawsuits they've put against our show. They want to tell us about the ways in which they hope we die. But some people want to tell us the ways in which we inspire them. And that's a little segment we like to call mailbag. Do we have some mailbags going here?
The mailbag, the digital mailbag, is full. I just got a message So in my direct inbox.
You got mail. It's time to open up the bag. You got mail. It's time to open up the bag.
My direct inbox.
Let's see what we got, bro. I hope it's something good. The fans love it, though. Let's see what we got, bro. I wonder what they're thinking. What the fans saying, yo.
Let's jump right into him, shall we? This one reads, that guy you called last episode, Byron, was it? I think he grabbed my balls one time. And that's from every man who ever lived in Clairview. Yes.
Yeah, he liked doing that.
I think I would be a part of that group. You guys?
Oh yeah.
Nothing wrong with that, I guess. Next one says, down with the king, and it's from Run DMC. I guess they're talking about the Royals.
Oh, Christ.
This one says, hey, TV stand, Mull gonna give it to ya, and that's from Mullins fan.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I think we're gonna go check in later on that project. I feel sorry for that TV stand. What's about to happen to it? Next one says, we ourselves can't even stand the royal family. Oh well, back to our cushy, worry-free, anything we want at any time lifestyle. Cheerio! From Prince Harry and Meghan.
No.
Yeah. That's not very nice. I supported them for a bit.
Sounds like they got a tough time there.
Get out of here.
This one says, that decrepit British motherfucker did fart in the line, and that shit stunk, yo. So I had to bust his punk ass. Now they ain't letting them Mullins in the pearly gates. You feel me? DMX.
Nice.
Thanks for reaching out, D.
Yeah. Very
Love
nice.
it, buddy. This one says, wow, I thought I had friends in low places. Brett, you are slime. I hope the thunder rolls on you, buddy. From Garth B in Nashville.
Let me tell you something, Garth B. I went Berta. I went full Alberta. You keep talking trash, you'll find yourself under a set of 4x4 country tires, bro. You and your what was his alter ego? Something Reigns. I can't even remember his name. Oh God.
It was something terrible.
It was horrible.
Oh, Chris Gaines.
Chris Gaines. Sign your email with that next time, please. Jackass. Sorry, carry on.
Oh, wait, yeah, it does. It says in brackets, Chris Gaines.
Oh God.
This one says, your show is just ghastly. My word, fart noise. The Queen of England. It's nice to get an email from the Queen.
What a crusty bee, man.
How does I get fart noise written in an email?
Jesus.
Very descriptive.
What's up with these people?
I'm very mature, I'll tell you that much.
It's because she has someone else writing her shit.
Oh, I guess so. Eh?
So it's like a stenographer or whatever it's called.
Yeah, there's that.
So they just write everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's probably making noises all the time from every orifice. It's just like farts all the time and burps and like shit.
This one only says fart noise. It doesn't say any of those others. I don't know. Okay. All right. Next one. This is the last one.
Oh, shit.
The last one says, "Hey guys, can we please keep the royal bashing to a minimum?" Between them and China. Between them and China, you guys are really stirring up a shitstorm for this country to deal with. Now behave yourselves while I take a Halloween trip to India. That's from Prime Minister Trump.
Oh man. Fucking talking about hipsters.
Email from the fucking PM. Yeah, it's mailbag.
That actually took a while for us to get one from the PM. 10 episodes deep.
Thanks for reaching out, PM.
And
Going on vacation a little early for Halloween here.
oh man, what about imagine the Queen Queefs, man? Oh.
Oh man. But just like everything, just like gurgling and fucking oh man.
It just
She's
looks
like part she's part amphibian, reptilian, fucking whatever the fuck, man. I bet your spine looks like a stegosaurus right now.
Your fucking emails read fart noise.
Yeah, man.
Committed. Very descriptive. A poet of our time.
I like her style though. I'll have to give her that.
Well, that was a very good email segment. You did a very good job reading the emails that come into the direct inbox. We draw a lot of hostility. That's something we might have to address. We're drawing a lot of hostility, generally.
And from high up places, it would seem, too. A lot of people who are people. Not like us. We're nobodies.
No, and it draws the question of why they're so obsessed with just a small-time Edmonton podcast. But I mean, we've got celebrities emailing us. We've got world leaders, countries, and certainly nothing to do with China. But
dead people, inanimate objects, you name it.
Yeah, man. Monsters. Have we got any monsters?
Aliens.
yeah.
Aliens, yeah.
So feel free to reach out. I mean, you might not be as cool as Garth Brooks emailing the show, but we'd love to hear from you. So
I got to cut in there. That B was just an implied Brooks. So now you've gone and attached a full name, and I'm sure there'll be some sort of lawsuit.
sue me, Garth Brooks. I'm challenging you to sue me. You got friends in low places. Well, guess what? Your career has been in a low place since. Bite me.
I just spit beer all over the place. My God.
We live in a world of high definition technology. HGTV is where I want to be. We live in a world of high definition technology.
We truly live in a world of HD TV or high definition technology, I guess I should say. Cheers to that, everyone. Cheers to high definition technology.
Cheers.
Mullins is drinking a Mountain Dew Code Red.
No, actually, I'm not.
What are you drinking?
Wow.
Nothing but straight rye, right, Mullins?
I'm drinking a pink fucking vodka, like lemonade thing.
Muddler.
Yeah.
Wow.
Muddlers, if you want to sponsor this podcast.
It's actually really good.
Is Muddlers a division of Faygo, perhaps? I mean, Mago?
Mago.
Who knows?
We'll have to ask about that. digital technology, here's the thing. I feel like for a long time, technology stayed pretty stagnant. Okay, like, you know, dinosaurs to cavemen to even like the dark ages. You know, they invented a wheel, maybe they invented some processes. But now, like, since electricity's been invented and internet, and it's like exponential growth.
Ridiculous.
So I can't even fucking fathom what's on the horizon.
What's crazy is if you think about technology and everything, and then you just think of the last 10 plus years, just since the iPhone come out. Everything, like, phones were getting smaller. Everyone wanted smaller. They were putting chips in their fucking hand and shit. Chips in their cheek so they could just push a button and have a phone. They wanted smaller. And then the iPhone come out, and that changed everything. And then all of a sudden, think of the technology that exploded from that. Said that, like, supercomputers were the size of a house, like, fit in a building. And now you can get a supercomputer in the palm of your hands, and that's the craziest. And it's like same as like thumb drives and stuff. Said the biggest one you could get was like 256 megabytes back in the day. Now you can get like a terabyte thumb drive. It's fucking, so tiny.
Yeah.
It's crazy now.
Same can be said for like the last, you can go 10 years back for the last like 120 years. And it's like that. It's like ridiculous. Exponential is the word.
But it's the iPhone. Like, everything that come after that is crazy. Like, just everything that it's advanced. And then, it's even like Microsoft, the Xbox, when that Kinect come out, it changed. Like, the military was like, holy fuck, like, you made this for a video game? It was so advanced. It could do depth perception and stuff. It knows your face. So if you were at a party and those like dance games or whatever, you could have 2 people signed in, playing the game, and you could have 20 people behind them all doing shit, and it won't pick up the people behind them. It has the depth perception and everything that it knows who's in it, especially if they're signed in. Then it knows their face. And it's, you could be waving behind them and it won't do anything to the game because it knows. So the military took it. They were like, can we have it? They're like, yeah, here, fucking gave it to the military. And that's a video game that's changing shit.
Yeah, I think what's really going on like this, it's getting crazy, right? But I think there's like, I don't know how many, but a bunch of alien warlords that have create these simulations, and we're a simulation, right? And there's all these warlords that are trying to make the best simulation. So we're like, Earth right now is a simulation for some warlord, right? And they're all in a race to who can make the best simulation that will simulate themselves.
Could be.
It's a race to see who can simulate themselves first, like perfectly, like this, which is a simulation. Could be plenty.
I totally think that there could be a simulation. You start reading about the size of the universe, it's hard to comprehend that's just like, doesn't make sense. I read something where it was like, in the night sky, if you put up your thumbnail to the sky in the night sky, you're blocking out 10 million galaxies. Just your thumbnail in the sky, 10 million galaxies. Earth is in one galaxy that is bigger than we could ever fathom. Now picture 10 million. Now picture the size of your thumb blocking, full extension, blocking out 10 million of those times the whole fucking sky. You can't compute it. And that's where I think there's a Simpsons chair, when they all run to the couch, I think there's an opening where it starts at like a little sperm or whatever, and it zooms out, and it zooms out, and then it comes back around, And you know, I honestly, I think that's what I think the universe is. It's like infinity is not, it has to be infinity. The universe has to be infinite because I can't make sense of it if it isn't. I just think it's all everything repeated over and over again. It's weird.
It's all energy, electricity, all the fucking, you know, that's all that we are, man.
You gotta watch right here, Pickle Rick. You gotta watch Rick and Morty.
Do they fuck Pickle Rick?
No. Rick makes himself into a pickle, and he's the best.
Does he get like? Does anybody use him for like a dildo?
No.
Is there another egg plant that gets used as a dildo?
They got simulation shit on there, and it's really good. It makes you think. It's not just a cartoon.
Sometimes I think it's like, when I think about how big it is, I'm like, the light year thing always gets me because it's like, oh, that galaxy's 55 billion light years away or whatever it is. It's like light travels so fast, 55 billion years of light traveling. That's how far away that is, and we can see it. You can't break it down in kilometers or like distance like that. Because just like from what's like the Earth to fucking the sun, I can't remember in kilometers. It's something ridiculous. Now think of to like outside of our solar system. The outside of the galaxy. Okay, the Earth to the sun is 150 million kilometers. And that 150 million kilometers, and that is like, that itself is a particle of dust because you're talking with like I said, 200 billion galaxies, which all have billions of suns. And that's what I'm saying. Like when you start thinking about it and you're like, you try to bring it in a relative stance where it's like, okay, you're here and then you're on Earth and then the sun's like this and then the solar system and then the galaxy and then there's 10 billion. It just seems like it gets to such a huge level where it just circles back around. That's why I think Earth is, I can't even describe it, but I think it's infinite. It's just
for sure it is. A couple times on acid, I would lay, it's been a long time, but I remember laying and just staring at the sky, and I seen that type of shit. I seen 58 billion trillion miles away. I've seen the Earth, I've seen the galaxy form. That's how it works. The universe, just
the universe. What a concept.
But do you ever see that Men in Black where like at the end or whatever, it's like we're in a marble, some aliens marble?
I wouldn't even be surprised because it doesn't make sense otherwise. I was listening to someone, Brian Greene, I think I was listening to, and they were asking about time. And they were like, okay. And you'd have to explain time, even if there was a God, Big Bang Theory, whatever you want to believe in. You have to, at some point, no matter what you believe in, you have to get to the point of like either what created time or what created God. No matter what you believe in, you have to get to that point. What created the start of what we are? And Brian Greene gave an analogy, which is like, okay, well, if you were in Canada or you were in the States, and you said, can you point me north? And they would take you north. And eventually you get to the North Pole and you say, could you point me north? And they'd say that question doesn't have any meaning here at the North Pole because you can't go further north than where you are. And so it's like, okay, if you couldn't go further north than where you are at the North Pole, the same could apply for time, the beginning of time. So if you were here at the beginning of time, the question of what happened before doesn't mean anything because there couldn't have been a before. It just started. But that's what blows my fucking mind because I can understand the North thing. You can't go further north than the North Pole because it's relative to the Earth. But you can't go further back than the beginning of time because then what created what?
I think.
Can't explain it. What created what?
So the Big Bang is actually someone turning on the system of the simulation.
But what created then I would ask the same thing about the person.
Alien warlords, man, that we don't like.
What started them? What started
Mullins.
It was Mullins. Back out. Do you ever think about that? You sit in bed and you just think about like, how did this start?
No one knows.
How? That's what I can't.
It's all theory, man.
God.
That's the question of life.
Oh.
How long have humans been alive?
Humans, I think it's like, I want to say, okay.
I think it was since the queen was able to menstruate.
Hey, here, our species,
Theo.
200,000 years. 200,000. You think, wow, that's a lot of.
That's a nothing.
Nothing. It's nothing. It's
And they say the Earth is like millions of years old.
The universe is
Billions.
Billions.
Like who knows? So time is you can't even judge that time. Like we were just talking about the sun, so I googled that. Fucking digital, fucking best thing ever. Fucking thanks iPhone. Hey Apple, send me free shit. But on average, the sun's 93 million miles away from the Earth. It would take 1.43 million hours to drive there at 65 miles per hour. And then it would take 59,615 days to drive there at 65 miles per hour. It would take 163 years to drive there. That's just to our sun. Like
100 and how long?
163 years at 65 miles per
To
hour.
drive to the sun?
Just like for that distance. So if you could drive that distance, it would take you 163 years.
It's unfathomable.
2 lifetimes of straight driving at what, like 130 kilometers an hour, whatever that is, 120 kilometers an hour. Now,
I
okay,
wonder if Prince Philip ever went.
he for sure he's there now in fiery spot. Okay, us to the sun. You've established you drove 65 miles an hour. It'd take you 163 years just to get to our sun. We're close to it. Just in the Milky Way galaxy, there are 200 billion suns. 200 billion suns just in our galaxy, and there's billions of galaxies.
Yeah.
How could we ever think we're the only thing in the universe?
Exactly.
There are probably the craziest things in the universe. My God.
But you ever think that it's like space is just like, as far as we can see and go, it's just a computer screen, like a big set, a globe of just galaxy video game. You know what I mean? Graphics. But it's as far as we will never be able to tell. So it just looks like galaxies for ever and ever and ever.
Really is. It's incomprehensible to the human brain, I think.
You can't comprehend it because like what's our closest number? I don't even think we can comprehend. I've tried to think about it. The number of humans on the planet at 6 or 7 billion, whatever it is, that's a hard number to compute. 6 or 7 billion humans. Like you can think about it, but you think about like how many millions of humans, like you think about your city and you're like, damn, that's a lot of people. But Edmonton's 800,000. And you think about your province, you're like, okay, well, 4 million in Alberta. Oh, Canada, there's 36 million. 7 billion in the world. So 7 billion is a number that I can't comprehend.
No.
And then you get talking about the universe, which is hundreds of billions. Our minds, I don't think they're built to understand that. They can't comprehend it properly. It's like an ant trying to understand astrophysics. Like it's not going to happen. You're aware of it. You know, it's like an ant sees a human and it knows something's there. But for an ant to comprehend, like imagine if like you brought an ant up to like the same type of human competence. You know, this thing has lived in like the most narrowest viewpoint ever. it's only known the ground. It knows these giant things kind of exist around it, but it does its job underground. And you could somehow bring it up where it was like, whoa, I was a fucking ant. And he said, oh yeah, by the way, there's a species of monkeys that's been walking around on top of you. And we have this thing called money. We've been to space. Oh yeah, and by the way, we're in this universe and there's this and there's that. And we've learned how to do this. And that ant would be like, what the fuck are you talking? Like, what do you mean? Like, that's not, I think that's us. We have really good scientists. We have smart people, but I don't think that even with that, we're not evolved to the point where we can even understand it. That's why when people like die over religion or this or that, it's like, you don't know. You'll never know. How would you ever comprehend it? We'll never get to that point. It's crazy.
No, I don't get it. I don't get much.
Can I ask you guys a question? We're talking about like digital stuff. Do you guys understand cryptocurrency at all? Kinda. Can you explain it to me? Because I don't get it.
Well, I'm barely. Darcy might know more. I know what NFTs are, but that's it.
I don't know what any of it is.
No.
Like, okay, cryptocurrency.
Like blockchain. How does it work? I don't understand.
Yeah, I don't know what blockchain is. Like the cryptocurrency, obviously, it's like it's money,
currency. Yeah.
right? It's a currency that you assign value to. NFTs are called a non-fungible token. So that can kind of, from what I gather, that can be kind of anything that's online. Like that's why they sell like video clips of NFTs. You can get a video clip that you kind of own, and that becomes valuable. But
that's the other thing I was
understand
asking you guys about these digital sports cards. Have you guys seen or heard of these things?
Said I heard it the first time when you got it or said it.
Yeah, it's like I don't really get it myself. I haven't really seen exactly what it is, but it's like almost like a clip of a sports highlight, and then it's all encrypted. So like your copy is like exclusive. I don't quite get it, but it's the digital. It's like the new way of collecting things, like new.
And you can get paid per play and stuff. Like if people view it, you get paid, right? Because you own the rights to it.
I don't know about that. I just heard like some of them are going for big bucks. Like I was watching some show the other day. They were talking about there was like some bum fucking NBA player, and he just like did a layup, and that thing was like $500 for like a 12-second clip of him doing a layup. Like I don't get it. Yeah,
and people watch it. You get that. You get that fucking cash, bro. Streams.
I don't. But then you could watch anything on YouTube, though. That's the thing. Like on any kind of, media hub, you could go and check shit out. So I don't really understand. It's somehow encoded. Like these things, cryptocurrency, and these things, and these collectible things, are all like encoded, and I don't quite understand it. But it's all going digital. It's all going away from tangible in your hand shit, and it's scary. I don't think it's a good idea.
No,
I think like we were talking a few episodes ago with electric cars and everything, it just pushes everything into a world where you need energy to use it, to see it, to use it. And I think that's fucking scary shit. Mind you, I was thinking the other day, pretty much everything in our climate, like our climate in Edmonton, pretty much everything is that anyways, because if we didn't like use energy to heat our shit in the winter months, everything would be absolutely fucked. You would die, your fucking home would freeze, everything would be fucked. So then if you think of it that way, like even the stuff that I own, even if it's tangible, I still need energy to like maintain it. So I think digital shit is like, and like electric shit, it all can work, but it's got to be in the right climate. Like the climates that can fucking handle it, like the actual warm places, they should be full on electric, I think, for everything. But us as Canadians, we're fucked. We have to fucking burn shit. We got to consume energy just to stay alive. And that's where I think Trudeau and his fucking carbon tax, that's a bunch of bullshit. It's so fucking high. We're just Canadians trying to live. I'm not burning any more than I have to just survive. and you're gonna tax me through the nose.
Yeah, it's bullshit. And if we decide to say, okay, we don't want it, gas, we're just gonna make fires in our backyard and fires in our house in like cans, you know, why not? It's better than paying all that coin, bro.
For
These
real.
people have to do it though.
But then the government would be like, hey, you're not allowed to do that. You need some fucking heat in that motherfucker.
Well, no,
Need a permit or
this is the
Yeah.
government's issue. It's their responsibility. Everything is going digital. Everything is digital. Schools changing. There's schools that, like the higher end ones, that the kids need all their own iPads because everything's on the iPad. So, like, everything is going digital. So we have to change our, like, fucking the way we use our electricity, power it. Most of it is like coal and oil and gas. Like,
Yeah, shit still.
so we got to get away from that, like burning coal and shit like that. It's not our fault that we're using it to heat our house and fucking run our fridges and shit like that.
Yeah.
It's the government that has to fucking change this shit.
But but like they're forcing absolutely everything online digital, right? And into that realm.
I know, but that's
Well,
power. Everything's
That's what I'm
power.
saying. That's what I'm saying.
And it's government's responsibility. The only way we're going to get by it is like going totally different, like nuclear. It's clean, it's safe. Yeah, there's like Chernobyl and the fucking one in Tokyo or whatever, fucking from the earthquake. But that's like a freak of nature that happened there. The Chernobyl was human error and arrogance. But now, like, there's nuclear everywhere, and it's safe, and it's getting safer and safer and smaller even. You don't need huge amounts of water to cool it like you did. Like you needed just fresh water, always intake. And now it's like, yeah, with new technologies, you don't. And that will allow us to get this digital error, like, and even like electric vehicles and shit.
Exactly. I think we're lagging too far behind.
Oh, shit, I just got a fucking direct inbox hit.
oh boy.
Doug's got a mailbag.
Douglas?
Yeah, I just got a mailbag. It's, I need energy for my dildo. And then there's a big queef noise. And that's from the Queen. The Queen Mom herself. Fucking mid-show? Where she's got the... Look at tech mid-show. Like, there's gotta be, like, what the fuck? The fucking British are after us now?
Why the fuck? And she's hitting up you now. Like, I wasn't.
But, like, it's... We're not even done. It's live, bro.
Elizabeth, come on.
Lizzie.
Phone's making all these noises and shit now? Fuck.
Speaking of digital things, you guys may or may not know, I am I've been diagnosed with sleep apnea. I'm on a machine to sleep. You may or may not know that. It's not attractive. I don't tell a lot of people that, but I don't give a fuck tonight. I'm going to let it loose. But as I look down at Mullen snoring, I think he could also use a sleep apnea, a CPAP machine. He's got it, I think.
Fucking
I have
old.
it, but I hate my
There you
machine
go.
and I don't use it.
Okay, but there you go. I can't even fucking sleep without energy. How about that?
But again, do you have just the nose one or the full face?
The nose one.
The nose one I don't like because the second you open your mouth, it fucking goes.
Oh yeah, that's sexy though.
Yeah, but when you're sleeping and you open your mouth, then you can't breathe because it's just all going out. So then you wake up anyways.
If I do that voice,
Yeah, so that's why I got the full face, because you can just sleep.
Mullins is
Excellent.
actually a Snorlax.
How's it
now
going,
it's
Mullins?
time for Mulling It Over with Matthew Mullins.
Matthew Mullins, Mullins is our best friend.
He's dead beat.
Ah, son of a bitch!
He's dead beat.
Ah, son of a bitch!
He's dead beat.
Ah,
Ah, son of a bitch! He's dead meat. Good night and go fuck yourself. No, jackass. He's dead meat. Ah, son of a bitch! He's dead meat. Ah, son of a bitch! He's dead meat. Ah, son of a bitch! He's dead meat. Good night and go fuck yourself. No, jackass.
Mullins, how's it going?
What up, Mullins?
Watch. Been a long day.
Did you just have a spider in your ear?
Oh,
Mullins had a horrible week because he was trying to build his TV stand and he got distracted with this red line. And he's under the assumption he's going to drill into it when he could just build the other parts. Mullins, do you have any update on the progress of your TV stand?
I was still in pieces, that's for sure.
Damn.
So
Yeah,
it says you don't need a drill, though, right?
I don't know, like, it's very confusing.
Well, what does it say you're supposed to do?
Well, the final step, you're supposed to attach this little plastic piece to the board, but it just won't completely screw in because it's hard. You'd have to use a drill just to get the screws in. But
Mullins,
I don't know.
Mullins, can I interrupt really quick?
A screwdriver.
Mullins said something there. He said the final step. Here's the problem. Mullins is looking at the final step, but he hasn't moved past like step 10. And the final step is like step 21. Mullins, why won't you do steps 10 to 20 to get to that final step that you're having trouble with?
I'm going to.
Well, with this
Eventually.
visual version of helping Mullins, we show us your instructions, and we can actually help you out.
Yeah, you know what? Let's use our digital technology to give you a hand there, Mullins. What do you say?
Flash us your instructions, and we'll go through them.
We could actually help you build
Not
this.
good enough to go get them.
We'll have to do it another day. Or we can, what kind of model? Do you know the model? And we can look it up online and look at the instructions. Can actually do that.
I don't. Right off the bat.
Mullins is having a very rough day. His life ran in front of his eyes yesterday. Describe to the people what happened. Mullins, describe to the people what happened.
Got ran off the road.
You got right off the road?
Well, kind of. I was in the car and I was in the back seat, and next thing I know, we got ran off the road.
Was it a police chase?
No, we were
Was
just
it-
driving down the road. And next thing I know, we were on the sidewalk, and some idiot was driving speeding down the road a little bit.
Mullins, did you get a description on this guy?
No, I didn't catch. No.
Well, first, was everyone all right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Other than me taking hitting my head on the backseat window.
Oh shit, do you get concussed?
No. A little sore, but nothing major.
Did you have to go to the hospital or anything?
Oh, fuck, if you want to spend $80,000.
Did the
Well,
police come?
But
Did the
No.
police come? No?
we just kept driving. We got back on the road and we kept driving.
Mullins, is there any particular reason why you hit your head on that window?
But one, I wasn't wearing a seatbelt. Because I'm in the back seat. There's no law stating that I had to.
That's a good point, Mullins. If there's
In-
no law.
In Canada, there's a law. Can't do that.
Well, that's Canada, but this is the United States.
You guys
In
are
the front seat, of
hardcore.
course, in the front seat, you're required to wear a seatbelt.
Because it saves your life.
Yeah, no kidding. I know what it's called a safety belt. I know that.
It shouldn't have to be a law. It's just put it on and wear it.
Yeah, I know. It's common sense, but some people don't care.
Hey, imagine living or having even a kid back in like the pioneer days. I want to talk, and that's not even that long ago, and look where we are now.
Like that was when the
Not that long ago.
was young.
Yeah.
Fuck, just in the 80s.
What'd you say, Alex?
So that's when the Queen was young. The pioneer.
Yes.
The 80s and 90s when you could ride in the back of pickup trucks and shit.
Yeah.
Like Grand Prairie.
Fuck.
Yo, when we used to drive in RJ, I don't know if I should say his name. He's already in this. Who cares? It's all for fun. When we used to drive in his truck, we used to like throw I used to throw shit all the time, right? Like fucking, I remember this one time, and there's plenty of times down like 137th. I'm like out the door, out the back, like in the back of the cab, like this apple, and it's like travels across like to the road, and this hits this guy on the bike. It was the best, but I did lots of that shit. One time, the yogurt, I hit this guy at a bus stop. It's like,
I did a Big Mac. We went for lunch in East Glen. I don't know, on the way back, it was like the Big Macs when they were like 50 cents or whatever the fuck they were.
why are you like?
It was, I'd buy like 8 of them, come back, and it was just, leaning out the window and right in the guy's face, just fucking Mac sauce everywhere.
Mullins, if you had your seatbelt on, do you think it would have changed anything? Do you think your head would be in a better place?
Even my head is fine now, but only thing it would have been, like, my head probably wouldn't hit the window. That's about it.
Do you think you have a concussion?
No.
When was this? How many days ago?
About a day and a half ago.
Day and a half ago.
Do you think you have CTE?
No.
You've slept fine? Like, you've been all right?
Yeah.
You know,
That's one thing now with
That
concussions,
night slept pretty good.
they tell
when
you
you-
to sleep.
yeah, when you take a knock in the head, Mullins, usually if it's a pretty serious knock for the first maybe 48 hours, you are supposed to get waken up every hour or two, something like that. I would actually recommend that. I am a certified doctor, so
Mm-hmm.
I prescribe that for you.
But yeah,
Sure.
back in the day, they said like no sleep and shit. You get a concussion, don't sleep at all. Now it's
I don't have a
get in dark
concussion.
room and
Man,
sleep.
I feel good. I feel fine.
I don't know about that, Mullins. It sounds like, you really should be wearing a seatbelt, but it sounds like, you really hit the glass hard, and I don't want to see you do a crisp and wash. So
No kidding, but it's nothing like that. Like, it'll take years of stuff like that. ViLLe was just, I don't know. To this day, we'll never truly understand, even with the CTE and brain damage, to figure out why he snapped the way he did. Something made him snap.
Yeah, but there's a lot of those guys with CTE that have snapped. Junior Seau, what's his name? That Hernandez on New England Patriots. There's a whole documentary about that. There's a lot of guys that have lost their minds after.
Oh, I bet you if they went and fucking checked out OJ, you'd be fucking nothing left up there.
Yeah, like their
A
brain,
puddle of fucking mush.
their brains when you look at them on like a, I don't know, what is that, a CAT scan?
Yeah.
Images of those, and their brains look completely different. Like there's
It's
nothing.
mush.
Yeah.
ViLLe had a brain of an 80-year-old.
It makes me wonder, man. I wonder how mine's doing.
Benoit should not have been wrestling at the time of the tragedy.
It makes you wonder how your brain is doing?
But since 2007, you see concussions being taken more seriously in professional sports. Boxing, kickboxing, MMA is the more dangerous sport because there's a lot more direct contact to the head. Because unlike professional wrestling is supposed to be like a shoot fight, a worked shoot fight. Supposed to be making it an illusion to make it look real.
Yeah.
At least the punches wise.
Yeah.
They completely banned the chair shots to the head. Brilliant. Even though you still want to make it look like they did it, but there was still times that the chair is still connected to the head.
No, I was a big wrestling fan in the 80s and 90s, I'd even say. Probably up to the late 90s. Even The Rock and Stone Cold in those days. But I'm out of it now. I enjoy it. I like it. I can't say much.
I mean, that's the thing with the chair shots. The wrestlers are supposed to block it. You're supposed to throw up your hands like this to pretty much block it. Block any kind of blow to the head with the chair. But even then, sometimes the wrestlers just doesn't get their hands up on time just to block the chair because the other person swings the chair a little too quick. The other guy doesn't have enough time to react. And boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, so that's kind of what I want.
But then again, you also look at it, the concussions that Benoit suffered, the diving headbutts, the chair shots to the head.
Chair shots are banned?
Did not help.
Confirm for me. Chair shots are banned nowadays, really?
Yeah.
At least in the WWE. And to the head.
But
Wow.
the reason now we have all this stuff with the concussions is because of the digital era and all the technology. It wasn't around back then, or if it was like pretty shitty. It wasn't to the degree it is now. Benoit and all that shit, they had the kind of technology back then, but nothing to go, oh fuck, holy shit, you should stop this. Where now, like, if there was something, like, it was film back then. So you would get 400
I'm
sheets
sure
of
wrestlers
film.
suffered concussions.
No,
back
but
then.
now, like,
but
with
not to the
with the technology
severity of today, where every time you turn around, there's wrestlers suffering concussions.
Technology nowadays is way better, for sure.
But like it's instant now. Like they can take an MRI and a CAT scan and shit and instantly get it digitally, fucking email it to a doctor fucking now. Or like it might take a couple hours to download or something, or an hour or something. But it's so fucking quick, where back in the day it was like weeks or something like that. And with those guys like Benoit and shit, they might have got a concussion, but they were probably forced to still wrestle for all the next shows that were coming up. So now it's like, oh shit, we get his results and it's like, holy fuck, it's weeks later. Holy shit, we should have had him resting up and everything. Where now it's like, nope, you guys have it. Like football is probably the worst. Like wrestling gets beat up, but like football is probably the worst because it's constant.
Football.
Yeah, now it's like, holy fuck, okay, stop. You're not playing at all this week or next week. Rest.
You know.
Like with the WWE, you suffer a concussion, you're going to be sitting out for a while. It's like Samoa Joe. I think he suffered maybe. It all depends on how many concussions you suffered as well. Because Alexa Bliss, she suffered multiple concussions, and they put her on the shelf for a long time before clearing her. It's like Daniel Bryan. It took him like 2.5 years to get cleared again, to actually wrestle again, because he also went through this other process, forgot what it's called, to get cleared. Christian, it took him 7 years to get cleared to wrestle again because they thought his career was over due to the concussions.
So I like I was saying earlier, I was a big fan back in the day, but I haven't watched it in probably a couple years. Nowadays, can you guys tell me, because you guys watch it, is there any like digital stuff that they might be able to do, like CGI stuff? Do they do that now? Kind of?
What the hell are you calling me?
Kind of, really?
Well, they do like, they'll do like, I guess it's not CGI. I mean, for the entrances, they'll put up like a CGI graphic.
Oh, yeah, nowadays they do that.
No, I was thinking like CGI chair shots or something, you know, like.
Oh, no, they don't do none of that.
They'll do like, with COVID, they were doing like movie matches. So because
that was just mostly with Bray Wyatt.
Yeah, so because they didn't have to be in front of fans, they would kind of like record a match offset, so they could do like different things. But that, you know, like the Undertaker had one last year, and it was in a graveyard, right? So they
it was called a boneyard match, which basically the only way to win the match is bury your opponent alive. It's pretty much they're a new spin on the buried alive match.
So it was
actually calling it buried alive.
Closer to becoming a movie almost then, eh? Kind of like scenes.
Well, now it's the cool thing that wrestling's doing is the Zoom calls. That shit's the fucking coolest. Like, they can't have fans or whatever during COVID. So digitally, they're putting fans there that can fucking zoom in or whatever they're used for Team or Zoom, or I don't know. But
the only problem is, like,
that's the coolest shit ever. Why can't hockey and shit do that with this digital age now? Like, you could sell that as tickets. Like, think of what people would pay for that. Like, here's your chance. You get to go and watch this game. Sure, you're not live there, but that's pretty cool shit.
I think they do that in some sports. Basketball, yeah.
Yeah, but like, that's the coolest shit now. Like, digital age, man. Like, fucking technology is the coolest.
Mm-hmm.
It's cool, but there's still a lot of stuff that I find myself being old and nostalgic about, and I get kind of angry when they push it digital.
Yeah, but you know, like, you're in the age of technology. Like, they're going to push it a lot more towards technology. To a certain extent.
Overall, it's better, I think, for sure. But I mean, I don't know. Nostalgia.
The guy that cut Mullins off, I was thinking it could have been Mr. Feeney.
No.
He's just angry.
You know, Mullins, it's kind of ironic that you got cut off like that, because you sure do cut a lot of people off on this podcast. So maybe
that guy don't get cut off too. So
back at you there, bud.
It goes both ways, so I don't want to hear it.
Oh, Mullins. Boulder Dash.
I'd volunteer for that Elon Musk fucking mind link thing. The hell's it called?
Neuralink.
Yeah, I'm down. Fucking Elon Musk. Fucking, I volunteer. Digital age, man.
Yeah.
I wonder if you could get like YouTube in your eyeball. Like, you know, those new like fucking smart glasses. It's just in your brain, like, so you're just looking and you just move shit with your hands and fucking, oh, I want to fucking look at YouTube. Oh, I'm going to look at this. Fucking.
We've talked about this, and we've also about the glitches, though. Remember, we've talked about this, right?
Yeah.
Neuralink glitches.
Yeah.
Gonna go for it.
As long as I had Wi-Fi or whatever, or his new internet, the Sat Link or whatever the fuck it's called, I could just get the updates whenever he force sends them up.
Yeah, definitely. If it makes me smarter, I'll get one.
Is it just like efficiency and speed and like what is it for everyone about the digital stuff? Why is it so liked? Because there's certain things that I would rather be analog for.
Well, just think of when you had to research something, or like this, when trying to figure out how long it would take to drive to the sun. Think before smartphones.
Yeah.
You had to pull out an Encyclopedia Britannica or something. Figure out, fucking do your math.
I know. Sometimes I actually like on purpose don't Google stuff. So like I force myself to think hard about that answer. And then if I absolutely can't think of it, then I'll Google it. I think it's just too convenient. People don't think anymore. They just.
But the coolest shit is,
oh yeah.
But now it's like anything you can think of. You're just like sitting around doing nothing, and it's just like, how do you do this? Where you'd never be able to figure that out ever.
Yeah.
Without this fucking new age shit.
Home improvements and pretty much anything. I think, Doug, you've done a lot of tutorial stuff that you learned a lot of stuff on your own that wouldn't have happened before. You know, there's lots of good stuff, but I don't know. I think you got to have a good mix, man. Just like when we were talking about the electric cars, I think you can't just go electric. You got to go gas as well. You got to have a good mix and everything. We're not there yet.
I bet you there's a video for Mullins to do his fucking TV stand.
Definitely.
Actually, I've looked that up. There's really not.
There
No,
definitely
it
is.
seems like I did find one video, but it only like the TV stands were completely different. So like it just like in the beginning, the early steps were about the same, but then it kind of went into a different direction.
Okay, Mullins, here's the thing. You're not even following the instructions on the book.
I was. The early
you weren't because,
I was.
You were, and then you broke a piece, and then they shipped you the piece
unfortunately
back.
that happened.
But they shipped you the piece back. So all you have to do is go back to that step that you're on, because here's how it happened. It was like, I don't know, Wednesday, Thursday, and Mullins sends us a picture, and he's like, I think I need a power drill for this. And I was like, I know you don't, because I took a look in the instruction manual pictures he sent. It didn't say anything about a power drill. It's like, no, I think I need one. And he's showing this picture of like a red circle on the board and this plastic piece that screws into there. And I'm like, okay, you don't need a drill for that because the screws go right into the wood. But I start to notice that in his picture, he's taking a picture of the board with the red circle where the plastic's got to go. But behind it is pieces of his table. His table's in like 3 or 4 pieces. And I noticed that in the instruction manual picture that he sent, this plastic piece he's worried about is literally step 21. So my question to Mullins since Wednesday, I've already asked him it once tonight. We didn't really get an answer. Why have you not gone back to the step that you were on? Build that fucking table and see if it holds the TV without this piece that you say you can't screw on. Because that literally is like the last piece other than the doors. Why wouldn't you just build the other pieces?
I think it's a TV tray, is what I think. It's not even, it's just a tray. He just gave up.
So in that case,
it didn't look right to him, right? He's like, looks like a TV tray.
Like you could totally just be like, hold it up and like, here's the steps, and we'd be like, fuck, and then turn the camera, show us
Mullins,
what's there.
How many colas have you had, or what are you drinking tonight?
He's done. He's done.
Here's the thing with him. It's like fucking next Tuesday there in Korea, right? Like fuck.
Yeah.
He's like already fucking far ahead.
He sprouts up. Oh, there he is. Now he's there. Mullins. Jesus Christ.
Mullins, pound back a fucking RC cola, even a fucking Monster tonight. I'll give you permission to have a Monster tonight.
I don't drink that shit anymore.
Whatever. Get up and let's get going on this fucking TV stand, man. We'll help you out.
I'm not doing that tonight. Fuck that. You go get bent.
Well, sounds like the TV stand's getting bent.
We might have to go back in the future. like a Sir Marty McFly.
I mean, I'll get it done eventually.
It's been 3 weeks.
Mullins, we
Now
are.
that I got that other piece, everything should come together smoothly until I get to that last step.
Just build it.
We're standing by, ready to help you. We're on an episode.
Well, I'm sorry. It's like 1 a.m. It's at the 1. It's at the 1 a.m. where I'm at. So.
It is a milestone episode, episode 10. Let's go. Let's do this. Get that Coke in you, buddy, and let's go.
Oh, Mullins in his fucking skull shirt. Well, I don't know.
That's Pat Scullins.
Do we have a review or do we have a shit I stole? Let's bring in some of that to cover for Mullins' ineptitude.
Here's a review of Mullins. He's shitty.
Yeah, my review of you, it's called Adam Can Kiss My Ass.
Part 1 or, part 2?
Here's the review on that. I did it and it stunk.
Good as old stink face. You ever heard of Rikishi? You seen how wide that ass was? But imagine Rikishi doing his signature stink face. You're up against the corner and his ass is in your face. Next thing you know, he lets a big old fart.
Mullins, I don't need this fucking shit tonight. I got an email earlier from goddamn the Queen with a fart noise in it. And that...
She loves you, Adam.
Oh, she loves me
She
already.
wants you to be her next husband.
Husband.
I think Adam is going to go marry the Queen. Holy shit.
I think you're right, Mullins. I liked the sound of that fucking dust flying out of that queef.
I would do it.
Sounded nice through email.
I would do it. That bitch got a lot of bread.
It's time to do this. Darcy review.
Random shit.
It's time to do this. Darcy review.
Random shit. Random shit.
Darcy review.
Random shit.
Welcome to Darcy Reviews Random Shit. Today I'm reviewing, because of the digital episode, I'm reviewing my new Peloton bike. We got it beginning of February, and it's the best. You know what? It's pretty expensive, but again, we're willing to spend so much money on a TV and useless crap that makes us sit here and do nothing, just be nothing. But you get a bike and you can fucking spend a little bit of money on it and better yourself, make yourself better, and yeah, fucking it's awesome. It's a digital personal trainer in your house anytime you need it, ready to go. I've done midnight rides even later, just sitting around bored, fucking get up, jump on the bike. There's everything from strength, yoga, and meditation, and just rides. If you're willing to spend the money, it's great. There's the days where if you have a gym membership, you get home from work and you don't want to go, but it's like, oh, I should go to the gym. You have to get ready, go to the gym, travel. Well, it could be close, it could be far. But you have to go and come back and all that stuff. Then it's late and make dinner. Where here it's anytime I need it, I can call up any endless amounts of personal trainers, depending on what do I want to do. And they're there ready to go. Yeah, it's awesome. I rate it 10 out of 10, 5 bags on Brett's scale.
So I want to confirm something as well. You said there's personal trainers standing by. You call them and they're like, they go
on the bike. It's a screen.
Okay.
So it's like a big TV, well, probably like a 27-inch TV or something, but it's right there. There's live rides. So I can look at the schedule and starting probably, I bet you there's a midnight ride and then like probably a 4 because there's people in UK, there's Peloton instructors there.
Okay.
So then they record their shit live and I get to take it live.
So my question is then, will they wear skimpy little outfits for you?
Some of them do.
Really?
They're the tight yoga stuff. If that's what you want, you can just ride with women.
And
if that's all you want to do is just look at a woman and ride and do workouts and stuff with a woman, you can do that. But there's actually very good looking men on there too.
Will they kind of turn the camera, bring the camera around and shove it in their vag?
No, it's not like that.
Yeah.
Oh, let me share the screen here. This is what I think. Is this what it is? This is what's popping in my head. Is this what it is? Like kind of the hover? That's what I'm picturing in my head. And then you use like the internet to talk to somebody and they tell you
that again.
I don't know. Show me what it is.
This is what it
is this thing?
I'll share it with you.
That's what I'm picturing in my head is hover bikes. So like, I don't know what's going on.
I was picturing scantily dressed personal trainers showing you their ass.
Yeah, that's close enough.
This is
That looks like a hover bike.
And so this screen is in front of you and you can turn it so then you can be on the floor and do your strength exercises, stretching, yoga. They're live. When I did my 100th ride, I did my the Health Century ride, it's called. And I did a live ride. So they start off and they're sitting there talking to people and they do shout outs. They'll do like all your milestones, like people that are doing like 1,000 ride, 2,000 rides, crazy ones. If you want to follow me on Peloton, Patty Mason LLC, I got a shout out on my 100th right at the end. So I bookmarked that ride so I can always take it. And it's just, at the end, it's like Patty Mason, 100th ride. Sweet.
So
video game?
Darce, you're telling me that those 2 orange things in the back by the seat there, those are not cameras for your asshole?
I also have a question. What's with that seat with the dick part? What's up with that?
This thing looks like a.
What's up with that,
Put the voice.
That's what I picture now.
Yeah, that's what it is. Darce. I can see how that's the future.
Five.
The seat at the beginning doesn't feel probably far off from that. It hurts.
Hey, Mullins.
But you get used to it. I had bike shorts, but
ready to go.
Good.
5 bags, huh, Darce? More like 5 gags.
Darcy, you do this just in the middle of the night? Fucking just whenever you want.
Well,
Jesus.
Very exciting, very erotic.
Yeah, I'm just used to this one. Remember these old ones? You guys see that shit?
Yeah, it's just the advanced version.
That's what I fucking look at these fucking stupid things.
That's what I.
They don't even hover.
That's what I have. One of those.
Which one's with the old guy?
Yeah, I think that's me actually, right there.
Look at that. That's right in his rectum. Look at the seat.
Ooh.
Definitely, that's in there. Deep, man. That probably goes like it's blocking because his knee's up. It's probably going in that far.
Okay,
It's time for a shit I stole. Dr. Adam Montgomery Hawks, take it away.
All right, tonight on Shit I Stole is the Tom Green spatula. But this is a digital episode, and remember I was talking about those things that I don't really like when they go digital? Well, that's what we've got tonight, that we got a situation where I only have a digital copy of this because the actual spatula was either donated or thrown out. Not sure. Can't find the damn thing. So Brett, would you bring up that picture for us so we can see the spatula? Yes, so this spatula, which I had for a few years and used and then either donated or threw out, I stole off of Tom Green. Tom Green, as you may know, was a fairly famous comedian, actor. Still is
rapper too.
Rapper, right? Yeah. Funny guy. Actually, one of the guys I really looked up to back in the day.
Me too.
Shout out to Tom Green. If you want to send us a new spatula, that would be appreciated. From you. So how this all went down, we were Tom Green was coming to town to Edmonton, and we were gonna go see him. But he wasn't coming to town to do like comedy or any crazy shit. He's coming to town to rap. So we knew in advance, and I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. Let's go check him out. So, but before the show, there was like a blog going on, and I was kind of following it. And I said some shit that I rapped or whatever, and then it kind of came to be that I kind of thought I might have like set up a opening, like we would be the opening act type thing with Tom Green.
I remember that. We were pumped.
Yeah. So the guy at the bar, it was Way the Hell No Woods. He actually took a demo CD from me with a bunch of songs on him, and he sent me like actual backstage passes and stuff. Not backstage, but like VIP passes. So we had these fucking lanyards and shit. But anyways, yeah, so we thought we were going there to maybe like, open for him, but we didn't really know. It's kind of fucked up. Like, was it actually Tom in this blog? I don't know, right? Who knows? So we go there, whatever, Way the Hell on the Millwoods. Doug's there, I'm there. The third member of Chronic Hills is there, AC, and a few other people are there.
Well, okay, carry on and I'll ask questions later.
Yeah, a few other people are there. So we go there. They put us in our nice VIP table right away. So that was all cool, right? Kind of fucking thinking we were special shit. But then it's kind of getting later. I'm kind of prepared. We're all kind of prepared, but not really, because we're not really taking it seriously. Good thing we didn't take it seriously, because it didn't fucking happen. So the show starts. I don't even think there was an opening. He just came in, fucking did a bunch of rapping. We had a pretty good time. He was putting it down all right, whatever. Tom Green rap, so it's all right. Got really smashed. Kind of got like a little bitter that it didn't happen in my own mind. Because when I drink, sometimes I get really fucking, I'll get hung up on something and then it just doesn't go away. Well, it didn't go away. So we're fucking drinking. And people started leaving. Doug, I don't know what the hell time you left, but you did leave. Everybody left. Like everybody, literally everybody fucking left. And he wasn't even done rapping. Old Tom. But I stayed till the end because I was fucking hammered, like really fucking hammered. And I was just kind of getting all, crazy. And literally everybody left. I ended up by myself. I somehow, after the show, wandered up like on stage, but not like in front of everyone. Like the show's done, so like whatever.
Yeah.
Tom Green was up there. I got up there. I shook his hand. I didn't really say much to him. I don't really like saying much to famous people when you meet them. I don't want to seem like I'm gushing or anything. I just want to be like, you're awesome and have a good night. So that was cool, meeting him and shaking his hand real quick. But right after that, I kind of shook his hand and I turned around and he was frying eggs on the stage, him and his buddies, like as they rapped and stuff, like his DJ and stuff. And well, I turned around and I saw the fucking big ass spatula and some eggs leavings that were there right on stage. And Tom's like a few feet away. And he kind of is fucking off to make his exit for the night. So I fucking grabbed that big ass spatula with eggs still on it, jammed it into my coat, and I was already up something in my mind, right? Because I kind of felt gypped, right? We didn't perform and stuff. It was cool, but I kind of felt gypped. So I got to take something. Do that a lot. So Tom fucks off through the back door. A lot of people, like women and stuff, kind of got invited into the back door. That door led to a big fucking bus, which they were leaving on, I guess. I somehow also got into the party, kind of walking towards the bus and stuff. But I think they realized I wasn't supposed to be on the bus because they didn't let me on the bus. Then I ended up, this was like a back door to an alley with this bus. Then I ended up just completely fucked. Like as the bus is driving away, I like jumped in a fucking dumpster and started throwing garbage on my head and shit. Like I was just fucked. Like I was like, okay, if Tom Green's here, he's fucking around, I'm fucking around too, right? So I did all that shit. Okay, so now I'm alone in a fucking dumpster, right? What the fuck? Everyone's gone. Tom's now gone down the road in a bus, bunch of bitches. And I'm fucking there, stranded. Not really stranded. I kind of did it to myself. Everyone else wanted to leave, but here I am. So I still have my keys to my minivan, though. And I'm completely smashed. And this is one of the times in my life I can honestly say, shame on me. Should never have been driving, but I drove. I drove all the way around fucking Mill Woods, picking up huge fucking road construction signs. Absolutely massive, like whatever I could fit in the back of my minivan, it was going in there. That thing was packed to the fucking brim. And I'm driving around fucking Mill Woods just slammed out of my fucking gourd. Okay? I somehow don't get caught at all with any of those fucking signs, not getting any of them, or driving. No cops pulled me over. I go all the way from fucking Millwoods all the way to, okay, I get a stupid ass idea, my good buddy AC. I'm gonna fucking leave all these fucking signs at his place and shit, right? So, because he went home early and whatever. So I go there and I fucking pull every one of these fucking big ass fucking road construction signs and shit, put them all on his fucking like front porch and shit, like all around. There was so many fucking signs. And then just as I'm like dragging like one of the last ones out, he was still living at home. Duh, stupid me. Maybe that would have been a funny joke if he wasn't. But he's still living at home, and his fucking like mom and his fucking dad start coming out on their balcony, and they're just like in their robes, just like, what the fuck is this guy doing? What the fuck was I doing? So then my buddy fucking comes out, AC comes out, and he's just like, yeah, what the fuck, man? Like, it's funny, but dude. So then, whatever, I'm kind of embarrassed and drunk, and I fucking take all the fucking signs away, pack them all in the back of the van, drive home down to Hermitage, where Brett kind of lives now, park the goddamn van, still got the signs, every goddamn last one of them. In the morning, I just went in, crashed. Terrible, embarrassing night for me. Crashed in the morning. go out to the van, and god damn, I was just like, how the fuck many signs and how big are these things? And what the fuck am I gonna do with them? And I don't know, I threw them in my basement for a while, threw most of them out because I had to move. And yeah, it was a crazy goddamn night. But that's how I ended up with Tom Green's spatula. And that's just some of the shit I stole. And why? I don't know. Just the shit I stole.
That's fucking. That night was crazy. I either got kicked out, or I remember there was like, or I just wanted to go because there's like, I remember there's this guy that worked at Sonic that was like, I was like arguing with him or something. Like, fuck you.
Yeah, he was one of the ones that I think took a copy of that CD and stuff, and those guys were like listening to it, but like, okay, so listen to it. How about you let us open then, right? Whatever. I get weird sometimes like that, get all drunk and I get all fucked up. Shit happen.
I think that was fun though. I didn't watch it all because I think I was too fucked, man.
That story took incredible turns. You started here and you ended up here. I mean, it just kept ramping up. I'm amazed you made it home.
So am I. And
that's white privilege. Right,
and that's why I also say, out of anything, like it's like, holy fuck, man, shouldn't have happened. Like, I'm embarrassed of it. Yeah, the only reason I'm telling it is because I'm proud that I took Tom Green's spatula. And Tom, if you're out there, if you're watching this, sure could use a replacement, buddy, if you want to send me one.
I would like one too, please.
Tom, if you'd like to sponsor this podcast, there's a spot. Did he eat the eggs on stage?
Yes, they were all fucking numb and rapping. And
Tom Green can rap pretty good, man.
He can rap pretty good.
I like some of his. He's just got some stupid ass songs, right? But he raps like that old school, like,
Yeah, I was just gonna say like
the OR
80 shit.
Yeah,
but I like it. He's good.
Yeah, but you know what? He started everything. There'd be no Jackass. There'd be no Bam Margera and all that shit. There'd be no one without him. He started it all. But I like that Eric Andre or whatever, he fucking gives him props. But do you think those American pieces of shit Jackass guys would ever give him props? No, because he's Canadian. That just means they have to bow down to a Canadian.
I agree.
Like he was fucking with his parents so long ago and shit like that. And then all of a sudden Bam Margera's on fucking MTV and shit.
Yeah.
Fucking with his parents and
never give credit.
Slutmobile, bro. Best thing
Best
I've ever seen in my life.
Very special guest for the evening. Rapper, actor, television personality, and all-around good guy. Exhibit is here tonight.
You guys seen this though, right?
You think you want?
Have you guys seen this?
No.
Yeah.
Oh, this is dope.
Okay, well, here, I'll hand you a microphone. Maybe do some back and forth. And then maybe if you want to throw something down at some point. Okay, hey, man, you inspire me. I think we got to turn up the energy a little bit here. Check. You got to shut off this. You got to spin it off. Check. Wanna do what you're gonna wanna say. When I bust a rap in an old school way. I'm rocking from the break of dawn to the break of day. Don't come a knocking if you don't wanna play. But if you wanna play, you may get wet. I heard you with your whack track playing on the set. So microphone check, mic check. You haven't heard me yet, you better hit the deck. I'm coming around the mountain with a big Corvette. And I'm coming at you live on your television set. There's something that I want that I don't got yet. There's no way to take it if you never make a bet. So exhibit, grab the mic, let me hear you rap some shit, doing what you like. Check it out. Judge fanatic, who's right back at it. You get mobbed, drop like a filthy habit. Ex-natural, got your hope when I feel. If I fail, you be happy like a faggot in jail. Guaranteed
to tell. And my jet bomber carry with my mademoiselle. I'm strong, arm steady, you fragile and frail. You think you're ready for these steady hitters? I can't tell. Sex sells, so fuck you all. Came to bubble the ball and get shut down. Soon as I touch down, bust round, enemy slayed and cut down. Fully automatic, being rounds with no sound. Break down your whole regime with my homie Tom Green. In the black limousine.
But I don't got change, I do a lot of that shit, but I lay no claims. A nigga for the wealth, a nigga for fame, a baby ain't that shit. Just wanted to say, there were walks to the moon, people know my name. Abide by the rules and I feel no pain. And if you get lippy, I can use refrain. I'll break you like a freaking bone over linking a chain. I got a lot of people nervous, I'm taking the blame. I drop another fucking bomb on Saddam Hussein. I don't smoke shit laced with cocaine. And if you're not careful, you get the wrong plane. I never meant to take the Lord's name in vain, but oh my God, that shit was strange.
You're MC at heart, man.
Yes.
You ready, man?
That's freestyle too, man. Total.
I want to enjoy rapping. I've been doing it since the 60s. Wait, do you have another beat? Hollywood, California, that's where I'm programming the beats to make the beat. Bananas, I'm doing it with a phone and show with the people that don't know. So give me the microphone and let my don't road show. The bitches like Yoko, but I'm a real.
Yeah.
The back, yo, and check my single. I'm backing them up and I'm backing them up together like Pringles. And I'm backing them up in the back of the pack like a baggies of shingles. Now, you want the OC, cause you're a pussy. I hit you with the fire and tongue blast of George Bushy. And then I'm tapping the rock and clapping the bass and rare glasses faster than a glass of whiskey. You think I'm kind of frisky, and for $1.50, I'm flipping the limit, I'm making it slip because I'm kind of nifty. I'm trying from Manhattan to Mississippi, and then I fuck shitty, and oh, what a pity.
Yo, man. You got flow, Tom. You got flow.
Thanks, man. Thank you
I'm
for
gonna
letting
take
me.
that back to the hood.
Yeah. It's the human sample.
That's dope.
Yeah,
man.
so it was
That's
basically
awesome.
it was basically that, but him also frying up and eating up eggs with the spatula. And I got it.
And you stole it. Well, borrowed it.
Yeah, I gave it, but you know what though? I gave it to a good cause. You know, goodwill.
There you go. That counts. So, Tom, if you're listening, sponsor our podcast because 1/5 of us takes your stuff and donates it to Goodwill.
It's good, it's nice and convenient and everything, but it's also putting all our eggs in one basket, and I don't like it. And I want something in my hand sometimes.
Like a pitchfork?
Well, yeah. Pitchfork would be awesome.
I just keep getting these visions of like stupid ass shit today, like Frankenstein and pitchforks and shit. Like, what the fuck, man? I like this tech and this digital video games and movies. I like fucking, you know, CGI. I like computers. I like music, man. Look at all this shit. I can do stuff. I can make these stupid videos on my fucking phone. I just want to say one thing though. This is I've had arguments with people who don't play video games, right?
Yeah.
I always like, man, video games are stupid. If one of them has a phone, this is what I always said. It's like you're in the video game. You know what I mean? Whatever game you're playing, it's like if you're watching a movie, you're like you feel in the movie. But in a video game, you're controlling the movie, and it's you. That's the best way I can describe it. And it's cool. And it's gonna imagine. Like the VR is pretty good, but imagine in like 10 years, man.
Well, just what video games have done for everything, like military, even construction wise, like just drones and shit. People are flying fucking drones from a safety of a nice fucking office or an airplane or something, and they're flying drones. But then construction wise, everything from big loaders and skid steers and small little packers, where before, if it was in a crazy place where it was like a nice steep angle, now you're putting that operator at risk. Now they can operate it from standing on the side of the machine with a joystick, all safely, and it's all because of video games and stuff. And even going further, there's the autonomous ones and everything, where at the trade shows, just to show them off, they have the booth with the big, like, pretty much like steering wheel and stuff, and the simulator screen, but you're actually controlling that big dump truck in Texas somewhere. And they're letting these people drive this around, and it's safe. Like, now there's no operator that can get injured and stuff. There's still an operator, but he's not physically in that machine, which can tip or roll or something like that. I know Doug was saying, like, on the one pack or whatever they were, I think it was the grinder, on the steep angle, said in years to come, there's going to be an operator, but they can operate it from standing on the side with joysticks and an iPad or something like that. So they're not going to actually be on that machine. If it does tip and roll, oh, well, machine's damaged, but that person's life is safe. But then the other thing about technology is some people use it wrong. And I think this is going to be what it's like for us, not fully in the future. But this is what it's kind of going to be. Some people are going to be like.
Over to the driving range.
Hey, it's Mullins.
Hover chairs, screens in front of them. They don't have to do shit.
Holy shit.
Yeah. This is one of my favorite movies, WALL-E.
Make a place
It doesn't sound
tired.
Everything they need. Just at the touch of their fingers, fucking screens in their face.
Just a world of blobos.
Now there's these e-bikes and stuff. I thought bikes were for exercise. Now these people are just fucking zzz, zzz. Next is going to be this. I'm just going to cruise to my job sitting on my chair and then do everything from my chair.
Are the machines using us to populate themselves?
That could
Sure looks like.
God. Okay, Marshall McLuhan once said
Yeah, see, now watch what happens when they fall off their chair.
humans were the sex organs of the machine age.
Oh, they're going to chop them up?
Momentarily.
I don't want to see that, man.
Mullins
See it get chopped up. Yeah, they'll be
Oh, yeah, it's
chopped
good
up. I don't
and
want to
it's
see
bad.
that.
Oh, I still got it.
They're going to chop off his balls, I remember for sure.
Oh no.
His limbs.
Poor Mullins.
But yeah, so I get where, yeah, technology can be bad. It gets people lazy. But again, now technology with my Peloton bike is getting me off my ass, getting me in fucking shape. I had a knee surgery in August, and fuck, my knee's feeling great.
You forgot it's getting in your ass also. That part. And
Takes that pain away from your knee, that's for sure.
Yeah. It makes you focus on something else. Yeah.
That's it, folks. Space is a simulation. The sky's a simulation. And
or who knows?
And the queen is art noise in her emails.
Yeah.
And Mullins is living in an alternate reality. So there you go.
And Mullins, you know, okay, I just want to leave this episode with one thing to say. All Mullins had to do was bring us the box, and we could have looked up the video for the box. Like, or did he throw it away?
Or just bring us the instructions.
We have no idea.
But at least we could watch the video.
We have no idea. He's on another planet right now.
Mullins, you got the box for that fucking TV stand?
Oh, look at me. He's in another planet.
Hey, wait. If Mullins has the box, then analog wins. If he doesn't have the box and is forced to digital wins.
Well, now it's like when you buy a video game and you actually get the fucking hard copy one, like you go to GameStop or whatever and buy one, EB Games. You don't even get instruction books with them anymore. They're all fucking either on the game or fucking something. Yeah. You don't get shit with them anymore.
Well, just like even swipe in the Stripe.
Swipe and that's Stripe.
Digital money.
In digital money and video
There's
games, right? Like
there's
fucking,
the fucking digital like money or whatever, fucking digital currency.
Grand Theft, I think I had like 2.6 mil. You guys had tons.
Now I'm almost broke as a joke.
Speaking of which, let's go do some digital sales. What do you
Are
say?
your guys' businesses totally
I have
failing?
no idea, man. I don't even play that much.
Yeah, I haven't even taken care of my businesses.
Okay, next episode. We're gonna try to do the Grand Theft Auto live play. Maybe we could even maybe play hockey, a game of hockey.
Yeah.
Cut some shit in. We can do like instant replays on the game, so we can like get some cool angles and stuff. I don't know. It might be cool. We can try to figure out something.
It's worth a shot.
Mullins, can we get a good night word?
What?
Can you just say good night?
Can we get a good night word from you?
Good night.
That's it?
Good night. Goodbye.
And?
Get lost. Get lost. Get lost. Get lost.
Perfect.
ViLLe.